Hello, people of YouTube. Today we're going to be talking about My Hero Academia Season 6, Episode 22. We're winding down. Only 2-3 episodes left of the season, and then that'll be all she wrote for another 6 months to a year, depending on when they release it. However, Attack on Titan is now out, so that may fill the void for you once My Hero Academia concludes Season 6. We start off with Lady Nagant basically saying, 2 months in the woods, they're going to this mansion. It's kind of interesting because we see Deku having a blue eye here. If I can get to the spot, I'll just play it for a second. There we are. When his eyes are green, and it's kind of interesting. His eye color seems to be changing a little bit. Maybe that's foreshadowing him replacing All Might, something along those lines. And they instantly get a bunch of pro heroes and go to the mansion. Deku is kind of doing his own thing, not really listening to Endeavor whatsoever. And he just kind of charges in. They don't know if it's booby trapped or anything. And of course, All for One has foreseen this. He put a little holographic image that's also a bomb. Basically saying, Lady Nagant did this by choice. I didn't force her to do anything. She did it of her own free will. All of these villains are doing it of her own free will. And I am coming for you next. So I thought the whole 2-month time skip thing might have taken a little longer, but no, it pretty much got taken care of in the intro of this episode. We have all the pro heroes are kind of talking about each other, basically saying, they need to have a support system. Hawks is still looking kind of beat up. His wings aren't fully grown back yet. I don't know if they'll ever be fully grown back with the damage that he sustained. Who really knows? But they're talking about other heroes that essentially have hung up their capes or hero gear or whatever, being that society is essentially on the verge of collapsed, and everything is going haywire right now. And basically, they're putting everything on Deku because they can't get to the main villains without him. Meanwhile, Deku is just out there taking out villains left and right. All Might's trying to talk some sense into him, but Deku's at a point where he's not looking back anymore. All Might's offer like, hey, you need to rest, take some food, it's okay to relax. But Deku is just, I'm fine. That's all he says, and he goes on and does the next thing, not realizing how massively exhausted he is. He needs to rest. He needs to take some time. He needs to relax a little bit and not completely shoulder the burden by himself. But that's exactly what he's doing throughout the episode. He's ignoring the past users of One for All as well. Basically saying your wounds aren't fully healed yet, and he's like, "Yep, don't care. Going on to the next fight." He's actually scaring citizens as well. All Might was known to be there with a smile. Well, Deku's known to be there with demon energy, if you will, and he's actually scaring the people that he's saving. They're like, "Oh no, is he a Nomu? Is he? Oh, he has multiple quirks. Is he one of All for One's subordinates?" And they're actually, they're kind of thankful that he saved them, but they're also kind of terrified of him at the same time. And then we get to a point where there's like this puppet master dude who controls people. Deku is on the verge of passing out. He's trying to think of how to save all of these people without hurting them, severely. And then Bakugo shows up out of nowhere, knocks out the puppet master. Essentially, all of Class 1A has agreed to go bring Midoriya back. I feel like this is kind of reminiscent of Naruto bringing Sasuke back to a certain extent as well. But everybody is just like, "Yup, I'm on board. The principal's on board." The principal's like, "Yeah, no, we protected All Might here. We agreed to protect Midoriya here, and I'm perfectly okay with bringing him back to the school. We will figure it out. It's not good for him to be isolated to shoulder this burden alone. He needs friends to help him along the way," and that's exactly what all of Class A wants to do. They took the GPS device from Endeavor. Um, Shoto is like, why aren't we going after Toya right now? And basically he was like, we will go after Toya, but, we are focusing on Deku, and kind of the main villains as well at the moment. Nobody knows what's really going on with Dabi, or Toya, or whatever you want to call him. He's just kind of in the background. Endeavor didn't even try to stop them. I feel like Endeavor could have easily stopped them from getting the GPS device from his hand. But I think Endeavor realizes that, Deku needs a support system at this point in time. Basically, they're saying that, this is my friend. He's walking down a path of thorns, and we need to get him back. Principal's all about it. He was like, go there together, go be his support system. Um, and the principal is just like, yeah, do what you got to do, go get them. They were able to defeat the villain. Deku's saying that he is fine. Bakugo in the class is like, you can lean on us. We're here to help you. We're here to support you. You can utilize us as well. You don't have to boulder this alone. And then Bakugo even confronts him about it, saying that he's an All Might wannabe, that you're not doing this with a smile. And I don't know if it breaks something in Deku or not, but it looks like at the end of this episode that he's about to fight all of his former teammates, or at least try to get away from them, based on the preview. And they're like, we're going to stop you, pretty much right here, right now. We are going to stop you, get you back on the right path. And it looks like, I don't know if he's not trying to fight, I don't know if he's actually fighting them, or just trying to get away from them, or what he plans on doing. To me, it looks like he's just kind of running away at this point, and it seems like he's a lot faster than all of them, a lot more powerful than all of them. He's at this point in time, with the training and the mental focus and everything. He even said previously in the episode that with all the additional quirks, he's on the same level. He considers himself to be on the same level as All Might, even though he doesn't even have 50% of his the power yet. He's at 45% as his maximum output right now, based on the previous episodes. But with all the other quirks to help him along the way, he considers himself to be on the same level as All Might. I mean, we even see him take out some of these other villains, with pretty much zero hesitation. It takes him like 2 seconds to do so, but at the same time, he needs to rest. And he's not getting that through his thick skull, that he needs to take a break, he needs to rest, he needs to enjoy life a little bit, hang out with his friends, and then get back to it, because the burden is still going to be there. But it doesn't hurt to stop and relax and try to enjoy life a little bit in the process. So that's probably what's going to happen next episode. I'm assuming, because you're talking, it's like what's Midoriya, like number 8, the 18th. There's 18 students, and I think in his class altogether, if I'm remembering correctly. So you're talking 17 versus 1. I'm going to assume they get through to him. He probably comes back. That's going to be episode 23. Episode 24 will just kind of be a chill episode / planning for what's going to happen next. And then I still don't know if we get an episode 25 or not. It might just be the 24 episodes, and then we're done. But that's going to be my guess. But I did thoroughly enjoy this episode. I feel like it's going a little quick. Like they're kind of cramming this arc in there a little quick. Like the first arc of the season, Battle versus Shigaraki was very. I liked it. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was very well planned out. But I feel like this is just going super fast. Over the course of a few episodes, it's like, oh, Deku's dark, and then like he's going down a path, like a kind of bad path now, and then it's going to be like instantaneously, oh, okay, now he's on the right path again. There was also a glimpse of Stain in the background after he saw All Might talking to Deku, so I'm hoping we get some sort of interesting conversation between Stain and All Might. I think that'll be interesting to see as well. Maybe Stain will actually kind of be an ally to a certain extent, being that he said the only person that was good enough to kill him was All Might. That was the last time we saw him, and now All Might has no powers. So that'll be interesting to see if we actually get to see that in the next episode as well. I'm hoping we do, because it looked like it was kind of foreshadowed that that was going to happen. Overall, we'll give this one a solid 8 out of 10. Good episode overall. As I said, I feel like the pacing is a little bit fast, which is why I'm not giving it something higher. But I'm really liking this season. You know, one of the best seasons by far. And y'all are just out there complaining about the sky. I'm sorry, I got to bust on you a little bit for that. But hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, leave a like, comment down below what you want to see for future anime cartoon related content. My name is Steve Gray. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a good one.